Hello, my family, my soul siblings, my sweet, sweet friends. I'm so happy that I'm going to be able to connect with you for a little while here today. I want to talk to you about shifting from a life of fear to faith and going from a life of worry to wonder. For me, the life of faith and wonder includes reverence and blessings, surprises, synchronicity, beauty, and awe. But what I know is that we can't have that kind of life if we want to stay in control. If we want to have our hands on the steering wheel of life, and if we want to be in control, those divine blessings can't find their way to us. Hi, Letitia. I'm so honored you're here. I love you, sweet thing. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jim. So I used to live a life of great fear and a lot of worry, and I thought I had to figure out how to make my life work. But we can't do it on our own the way that Spirit can do it for us. There's an organizing energy that is the universe. Maybe the word God has some negative connotations for you. For me, it did for many, many years. And I was more comfortable with the word spirit or universe or creative intelligence. There's countless words that can be used for that energy that's moving the planets around the sun. And I have found as I make that relationship and friendship more and more of a priority, as I trust that relationship more and more, that I'm loved and adored, my life keeps getting better and better and better. Hi, James. I'm so happy to see you. So, we don't typically go from a life of worry and fear and the next day wake up in a life of wonder and faith. It's better to go slow and steady in regards to rewiring our inner reality. Something that I felt was very helpful is just imagine what it felt like to not be worried. Last week, I had a friend on here that said it sure would be nice not to have to worry about money. And I think a great way to start with that is pretend you don't have to worry about money. Imagine, visualize, and just play with it. What does it feel like to be debt-free? What does it feel like to have, Letitia, you're cracking me up. Preach! What does it feel like to have $10,000 in the bank to do whatever you want with? How about 20,000? How about 50,000? How about 100,000? How about 1,000,000? And just keep expanding that feeling. Most of us have an upper limits to how good we can stand it to get. And what I know for sure is that if we manifest more than we are hardwired to be able to receive, if we exceed what our inner container can hold for, we will find a way of sabotaging the situation, and it will not sustain itself. Hi, Paul. Hi. So it really is so helpful to start cultivating the inner reality. So when things do show up that are amazing in our lives, we can tolerate it, we can stand it, we can celebrate it, and we can maintain it. So I know for sure that this works because I've been experimenting with it for a very long time, and my life is the living example of this work. And I do this work because I want a great life, and I really want God to have a good time through me. How does God have a good time? He does it with us and through us. But I also want to do it so that I can share with anyone who wants it how to do this for themselves. Because I think we all deserve a life of beauty, grace, ease, miracles, profound gifts. It's just a matter, do we know that? Can we accept that? Can you accept that for yourself? Can you? Do you know you're adored? Do you know you're precious? If you don't, it's going to be hard for amazing things to show up for you. It's going to be hard for grace to find its way to you. If we're tangled up and twisted up in fear, it's almost like there's going to be static on the line in regards to our connection to the universe. So we want to unravel our worry. We want to untangle our fear so that we're more congruent, so that we're more lined up, so that we can receive the blessings and grace that is pouring down on us all the time. So for me, a big, big, big part of this whole process was meditation. Years ago, I was extremely depressed, and very, very fear-based. And I wasn't necessarily conscious of that, but I knew I didn't feel good, and I knew I wasn't well physically. And I went to a lot of doctors, and I was starting to have some really bad symptoms. They thought I had Lyme's disease. They thought maybe there were a couple of other diagnoses that it looked like a possibility. But they couldn't fix me. Nobody could fix me. Nobody could heal me. I tried antidepressants, and that just made me feel even more exhausted and disconnected. So I kept reading about and hearing about the benefits of meditation. And I like something my teachers once said to me: if you hear something once, whatever, if you hear it twice, maybe there's some information in it. If you hear something 3 or 4 more times, it's definitely the universe trying to communicate with you. So I'd heard about meditation multiple times, maybe a dozen times, and I didn't know how to do it. The Kansas crud, yes, I've had that. I've recovered from it. So I didn't know a lot about meditation, but what I could gather about what I read was it was just a matter of getting out of the monkey mind and relaxing and going into a place of peace. Often as adults, we're in that busy beta brainwave state, and it's a positive state if we want to balance our checkbook or do productive things in the world. It's not a positive state if we're there too long, if we're there too much. It translates into worry, anxiety, fear, and again, moves us away from our alignment with our soul self. So we meditate so that we can give that busy monkey mind a break. As we meditate and we start to slow down our brain waves, we can go down into alpha, theta, not usually delta. That's when you're the deep dreamless sleep. So alpha and theta are really the states we want to be in to come into alignment and start to experience that energy of peace and comfort and faith. And you know what? Meditation is free. It's available to everyone. And it's not that difficult. A lot of people will have a lot of excuses as to why they can't meditate. They don't have time, their minds are too busy. But really, do you want to argue for your limitations? Or do you want to go for the kingdom of heaven? Do you want to manifest what is yours by divine right? So meditation for me, when I first started doing it and I knew nothing, was simply a matter of focusing on my breath. Just taking some easy breaths and paying attention to the inhale and the exhale, the inhale and the exhale. We can also relax our thoughts. Imagine going from your mind into your heart. Just imagine dropping your energy down into your heart and focusing on your breath. So what I did find is on the days I meditated, and I would try to do it between 15 and 20 minutes, those days I felt better. And then I would kind of forget to do it because I was feeling okay. And then it wasn't long before things would start to feel not great again. So there was a distinct pattern that I noticed in my life. On the days I meditated, my life worked better. And when I didn't, it got confusing and it got painful and I started to get stressed again. So this is why I always recommend starting the day meditating, however long you can commit to yourself, because you're worth it and your relationship to the universe is certainly worth it from my perspective. I really, really believe if we go for our relationship with our soul self, everything we want will find its way to us. Everything that is ours by divine right will find its way to us. And every single one of us was born of original blessing. Every single one of us deserves incredible blessings and gifts. But if we don't do the work to come into alignment to receive that, we're not going to be able to manifest it. So, yes, again, just imagine what it feels like to be in that place of comfort. Imagine being in that place of being debt-free. Imagine being in that place of being sweetly and softly held by the divine, adored and cherished. Just imagine that. Pretend. And if you do this, you will start to see some God winks. You will start to manifest some blessings because that's how this work works. So if we want to shift from fear to faith, from worry to wonder, it's almost like we have to dig a new trench in our brains. Einstein suspected that we literally have grooves in our brains by virtue of the patterns of thoughts that we hold on to. So if you want to shift, you're going to have to start thinking new thoughts. You're going to have to start experimenting with feeling a different way. You know, I like the saying that thoughts are a preview of your coming attraction. Something my teachers would say, worry is simply future fantasizing in the negative, and you might as well win in your own fantasies. So a combination of doing meditation and then also think about what it is that you want. Claim what it is you want. Write it down. Do an ideal scenario. Do a perfect visualization scene. Write these qualities down. What does it feel like to be prosperous? What does it feel like to be debt-free? What are some of the details you can claim around that prosperous life? Perhaps you're wanting to manifest a great relationship. What does that feel like? What does this person, what do they look like? What do they act like? How is the connection between the two of you? Really go into detail about what it is that you think you want. And then always write this or something better for the highest good of all concerned at the bottom of this piece of paper. I've done this a lot. It's helped me manifest a great husband. It's helped me manifest an amazing career. It helped me manifest the horse of my dreams. It's really endless in regards to what we can create with our creative medium called our lives. So what I do after I create my ideal perfect scenario is I fold it up and I put it in God's hands. I imagine either putting it in a God box or in God's hands, and then I relax because it's in God's hands. I don't have to root around. I don't have to dig around. I don't have to fix anything. I don't have to do anything at this point. I can relax and then scan horizon for the gifts and the blessings and the God winks and the synchronicity. So it really is just a matter of relaxing into this state. And then I say positive expectation sets the stage for wonderful situations. So write it down, claim it, relax, pay attention, look for patterns, look for messages, and those can come in many, many ways. I've seen, I think, God winks through billboards, through bumper stickers, books I've read, television that I've watched, coming out of people's mouths when I'm standing in line at the grocery store or whatever. It really is available. That conversation with that something greater is available all the time. And as we meditate, we start to listen to that wisdom within. We start relaxing into our heart space and aligning with our soul self. The more I do that, the more synchronicity and grace I experience, the better things are. And in the past, when things would start to get good, I would stop. But now what I've realized, when things get good, I really need to recommit to this relationship with my heart, my soul, and source, because I want to manifest the most exquisite, incredible, prosperous, loving life that I can. Again, because I want to be a way shower and I want to be a light worker and I want to support you in doing the same if you want it for yourself. So if you're not familiar with guided meditations and you're not having a lot of success meditating by yourself, if you don't have it already, I have an introduction meditation that I would be happy to gift to you. If you just email me or private message me or even say something here with your email address, I will send that over to you. I think it's about 17 minutes long. And if you listen to this meditation every day, you're going to start to feel better emotionally, probably physically, mentally, start to line up more spiritually. And you should start to notice some coincidence. You know, I like this saying, coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. But now when I see coincidence, I always say, I know that was you. I know that was you, God. And he just kind of smiles and laughs. And it is, it's a joyful way to journey through life. And I love it. And I'm super excited to be journeying on this path with you as well. So again, just if you want my guided meditation for free, my introduction guided meditation, just let me know. I'll be happy to just gift that to you and send that right over to you. And I'd love to hear about your experiences, your thoughts, your feelings, what's going on in your inner reality, what's showing up for you in your outer reality. Because again, I think every single one of us is so important from the perspective of the divine. And as we deeply know this, our lives can reflect it. But I think a lot of people don't deeply believe it, but they're willing to do, work hard, and prove. But no matter how hard we're willing to work, it's no match for simply accepting and believing and receiving that you are important, that you are incredible, that you are priceless, that you deserve wonderful things and a life of beauty and joy. And the thing is, we want to remember that as we manifest these great things, we don't want it to disconnect us from our higher self and source. We don't want to go ego with it, because I think that's when the breaks will start to kind of like happen. We need to remember that, yes, while we are exquisite and beautiful and wonderful and important, so is everyone else. Every single person you meet is the divine in costume. Some people know it, some people don't. And it's easier to love the people who know they're amazing and who are loving. But I think the real work becomes, hi, sweet Pamela, love to you too, sweet thing. Ah, gosh, I miss you. Can you love the people that aren't as lovable? That's where the real work begins. And that has become easier for me when I started to realize it's just people that are disconnected and hurting. It has nothing to do with me. It's never personal. They just haven't gotten to the place of understanding their immense beauty and their exquisite value. And, we can't do this work for anyone, and no one can do it for us. We have to take personal responsibility for our reality. And again, as we cultivate that relationship with our heart and our soul, life can start to shift in beautiful ways. And then we start to see, again, the God winks and the grace. And we can start to turn up our wattage and be a way shower for others in the world. We don't just do it for ourselves. We do it so that we can guide others to their heart and soul, so that we can fan the flame. So we have to do it for ourselves before we can do it for anyone else. And so that's what I'm doing. And I hope I'm supporting you in doing this inner work for yourself, because I want you to have a blessed and beautiful life. And so I would like to just do a short prayer in closing. I haven't done this for a little while, and I think that's always a nice way to end our time together. So just go ahead and take a nice, deep, healing, cleansing breath. And imagine, if you will, relaxing your awareness into the space of your heart. It's often said the heart is the organ of the soul. And just imagine settling into the very center of your heart and noticing that there's a light, a flame in the very center of your beingness. And as you see this flame, and as you pay attention to this flame, you might notice that it's starting to burn a little brighter and grow a little larger. And just now, Spirit, Father, Mother, God, Lord of all creation, just now, I invite you into this time that I'm spending with my friend right here, and to this one that's hearing my voice. May you please surround them with blessings and light, protection. May you bestow upon them gifts, synchronicity, all that you would have for them by divine right. May it find their way to them with grace and with ease. May they relax into the state of peace, comfort, prosperity, and immense love. May my friend start to know and understand and deeply believe that they are the incredible, beautiful, exquisite child that you are so proud of and that you love so very much. And may anything and everything that's not serving them in this moment be gently and gracefully lifted from them. May be carried to the highest realms of the heavens. And may this newly opened place be filled with a shimmering healing light, a sense of home, of peace, of comfort, of sweetness, of gentleness, of kindness, and great love. Dear God, just now we want to acknowledge and thank you for the wonderful things in our lives, the wonderful relationships, the prosperity, our creature comforts, our blessings, the learnings and healings that have occurred so far in this lifetime. We open our minds and hearts and lives to receive more love and receive what you have for us by divine right. Thank you again for our blessings. And thank you for the amazing, incredible blessings that are on their way to us now. We can never thank you enough, but we will continue to try. So, my sweet friend, I hope that you are feeling comfortable in your skin, at home in your body, counting your blessings, letting go of your worry and your fear, and relaxing into that space of confidence and peace and alignment with your soul self. And if you want my introduction guided meditation to help you clear out anything that's not serving you on the subconscious level and help you rewire for love and prosperity, please just let me know and I will send that right over to you. And just know that I adore you and I'm so grateful for your energetic presence in my life. I'm so happy to be connecting with you and to be in conversation with some of you on the sidelines and through private messenger. And I just feel incredibly blessed to know you and to be on this path with you as we go higher and higher as spiritual rock climbers and ascending in our consciousness, living a life of grace, ease, joy, heaven on earth, and great love. So I hope that you are taking good, gentle care of yourself and that life is showing up for you in a way that is enjoyable, that is celebratory. And I hope to be connecting with you again soon. So just be in touch. Let me know if you want my meditation. Let me know how I can support you, and we'll continuing on. Just know I love you, and I am so blessed. I'm so blessed to know you. So take good care of yourself. Be safe. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Onward and upward. Bye for now.